what's going on out there? This is Wayne with Tri-County Locksmith, and today we're checking out the Ariat H2O slip-on boot. Basically, the boot that we had before this was the Danner, and the Danner Rampant Wellington did pretty good. Had about 18 solid months of the boot on my foot, and did really well. The leather didn't blow out. The only thing that started to happen was the sole of the boot cracked here, and on the inside the Gore-Tex lining failed back here. You can see that. Once the Gore-Tex lining fails, they're no longer waterproof, so that means that your feet are going to get wet. That's pretty much the whole point of me having them and paying for the extra money for the waterproof lining, because the leather itself isn't exactly waterproof. First thing that we do is we go ahead and oil the boot up. If you're not oiling your boots, you're just misusing them. They need to be oiled, and this is the best stuff that I've found. It's going to make the leather outlast the boot. That's exactly what happened with the Danners, is that the sole's bare, it's broke, it's cracked, all that stuff. The leather is fine on it, so you know, the leather actually outlasted the boot, whereas usually it's the other way around. It also helps with the stitching and all that fun stuff. Obanoff's heavy duty LP leather preservative makes great product for leather. So we've hit that up with these. I hit them when they're brand new, and then I hit them once every year right before the winter season when it gets really wet. So let's go over some of the things that this has. I never thought I would be buying a pair of Ariats. I've had some friends have them. I've seen some reviews. They're just not a dedicated work boot, but they're trying to move in that direction. So I figured this is a review channel. It would be boring for me to do the same review on this boot over again, even though I would definitely buy it again. It's just boring. Nobody cares. We already did that. So let's try something different. At the local store, they did have a sale. These were on sale. They were about $180. So you're right in that $200 price mark. That's right about where these were. And I gotta admit, so far I'm pretty happy with them. I'm really not a fan of all the frilly, you know, cowboy looking stuff on here. Frankly, they do have a model of the H2O boot that is a darker model that does not have all this on here. They did not have it in the store, but you can find that online. That would have been my first preference, but that's a style preference. It's up to you. If you like the frilly stuff, good, fine, whatever. I'm kind of not that big of a fan of it, but oh well, it's going to be under a pant leg. Nobody's going to see it. Only thing people are going to see is from here down. So that's where we're at. The leather did darken up quite a bit after we used the oil, but some of the features of this, after doing some research, Ariat is actually really trying to not be a dress boot so much as they're actually trying. I mean, there's still a dress boot and Western wear boot, but they actually are trying to get into the work field and work boot field, and they're actually trying to make some effort to it. One of the things that we notice is this right here. This has a 3-stage sole. It has 3 different compounds of rubber. This is a nice squishy foam. You can see it's nice and squishy. This is nice and hard, so it can take the abrasion and the impact of the ground. And then this provides some cushion for your foot. In between that is another different little cushion layer right there. And so you've got 3 different densities of rubber, and it actually goes all the way up to here. It's not only in the heel, it actually goes all the way up to here. These did not have, so they use all 3 of these different kinds of rubbers to make your foot have a little bit less impact, while still trying to provide a durable, grippy bottom. We'll see how that plays out. I can say they're comfortable. I mean, I put them right on at the store, and I wouldn't have bought them if they weren't. No break-in time at all. They're just, they fit, and they just stick to your feet like glue, and they feel good. I wouldn't have bought them otherwise. Like I said, I was already hesitant to buy them in the first place just because of some of the other reviews that we've gotten, but we'll see. We'll see how long they last. Like I said, I wear boots, except for the 2 hottest months out of the year. when it's just too hot and you wear tennis shoes every other day. I'm wearing these even on the weekends and stuff. So we'll see how they fare. You know, it's going to be in the snow, the mud, the ice. You know, it's a wet environment. You know, in the worst conditions. You know, it's not exactly oil-filled work, but you know, it's just, I'm fairly hard on boots, and if they can last with me for a year or two, then they've done pretty good. If I can get over a year out of $180 pair of boots, I'm pretty happy. That's just kind of the way that it's worked for me. Some of the other things that they're incorporating with this too, that it really proves that they're actually really trying to get into that work boot market, is this orange insert right here. Now this orange insert is actually a hard poly or plastic or something like that, and it stretches from here all the way up to the tip here. And basically what that does is that provides support in this area right here. If you're using these boots to, you know, dig holes, kick a shovel, use tools, things like that, this is going to be your friend. I've already tried it. It actually works really, really well. It provides a lot of support, and it's actually started to change the way that I walk a little bit for the better. In all reality, it actually has more of an even footprint for me now, and that's kind of strange. It's never really happened to me before, but it has with these. Standing on a ladder, if you're a painter, carpenter, contractor, you know, you're on a ladder, or climbing up and down a telephone pole, whatever it is that you do, that you're going to be having something right here. Huge difference between these. No support right here other than just the rubber. Lots of support right here, and that was something that really impressed me, that is kind of turning my opinion around, that they're actually taking this seriously. You know, other than that, we've got a lot of stitching. We'll see how the leather holds up. You know, we know that Danner uses thick premium leather, and that's why their boots last so long. We'll see whether Ariat does that or not. And you know, this is where it takes all the brunt of the abrasions and dirt and cracking and stuff, is going to be right around in here on the toe, and you know, right back here, but there's no seam on the back. One more thing is that where these boots did blow out, right in the back right here, where your heel sits, or your heel slides up and down, they have added some kind, they call it some kind of patented technology, but you can see down in there that there's a piece of leather right here. See if we can see it. There's a piece of leather on the inside of the boot. So it's going to take that shock, or not so much shock, but that's going to take that rubbing and that abrasion and put it on that piece of leather, instead of putting it on the Gore-Tex fabric or the waterproof liner. This isn't exactly Gore-Tex, it's Ariat's own brand, but we'll see how it fares and how it works out throughout the season. You know, they'll either last or they won't, and we'll do a review in a year or so, and we'll either say that they're good or they're garbage. We don't know yet. But yeah, this is their waterproof model, their H2O. They do have a darker one. I wish I would have got it, but it is what it is. The toe's a little pointed on these. You know, at least it's not the flat toe. I really don't like that. So they're a little bit different style than what I would normally go after. But once again, hey, we're giving them a shot, and we'll see how they do, and we'll talk to you in about a year or so. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's the end of the video. You know, help me out and help me help you out. Right below the description box right here is a red subscribe button. Subscribe to me, and then you're going to get the latest and greatest information that I put out. Sometimes it applies to you, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's just going to at least let you know that we're putting out new and current information. And then right over here is a thumbs up button. Give me a thumbs up. Help this video rank higher in the searches for the search terms that you're using, and let other people be able to see this. You know, that's the best way you can help. Interact. Leave a comment. I will get back with you if I can, and try and help you answer your questions. But the more you interact and post this to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and spread this through the social media, the more that allows me to be able to help do more videos. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And subscribe, share, and like. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.